girls, and I am Latanya.
And I am Ray. Hey,
And
hey.
you are tuned in to Let's Get Personal.
Yes. And we are powered by who? Celebrity Media TV. Hey.
Woo, woo, woo! Good evening, everybody. Come on, y'all. Come on in, sweeties. We
Come
love
on,
y'all.
bring
Thank
it in.
y'all for tuning in. Come on in. Share. Ladies, men, y'all need to learn about this gut health, this stomach health, okay? That's tearing us up from the rooty too to tooty too, okay? Coming out your mouth. So I need everybody to come on, tune in and share because there's so many people need this help. Ray, how are you today, sweetie?
I am doing great. I was going to say things. I'm doing great, but really I am. I'm doing well. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, sweetie. You look beautiful as always, baby. I'm just
Thank
excited
you.
to talk about this gut health. I know this is a continuance of the week before last with Dr. Charles Wilkerson about the gut health. So I still need to know more. Every day we learning new stuff. So I need to learn more about this gut health.
And it's so important. I mean, we've been covering major issues that people have. Like in our first segment, we talked about reflux. Everybody's dealing with acid reflux. There's a
Yes,
lot of
they
people.
are. Yes,
So
they
there's
are.
great information there. And then last
Mhm.
week about the breath.
Yes, because that breath, the butt, the stomach, the breath, it just all come up. You know what I mean? It's all connected. So I mean, even in the hospital, we used to get patients and we're giving them acid, antacids and stuff like that. So people are suffering with that
Yeah.
gastrointestinal disease. So we need to really get to the core of what's going on and why is this going on because they need to hear this. People need to learn about that gut and what they should do
And how
about
to
it.
have a healthy gut. And
Yes,
Wilkerson is telling us all about it, how to keep a healthy gut. And that will keep you
yes.
healthy all around. It all starts with your gut. That's what they say. No, it's true. It's
It's
true.
for real. Yeah. And then also we was talking about flagellants. You know, flagellants that give you gas and and all that pooty and farty stuff. So definitely, yeah, because a lot of people that don't feel good. Because sometimes you can have indigestion, all of that. I mean, it hurts so bad, and a lot of us going through that. And so we want to get to the core. And because I know they told me I had intestinal yeah, they said something about contestant disease or something like that. And they had gave me medicine and it had me so sleepy. I ended up throwing that stuff out the window one day and ain't nothing been wrong with me since. You know, normally I'm as long as I'm eating right. So
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So Dr. Wilkerson, other than Dr. Wilkerson, we need him to come and talk to people and
Yes.
explain. And if anybody have questions, y'all can DM Dr. Charlton as well, okay? So this is the wonderful Dr. Charles Wilkerson of Stoneview Injury and Wellness Clinic in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Woo, woo,
Wilkerson. Nice
Good
to
evening,
see
ladies.
you
Dr.
again.
Tanya,
Wilkerson.
Ray, thanks for having me on again. We got some interesting stuff to talk about tonight. It's really a continuation of our first two segments on the gut. We first talked about acid reflux. That's a common problem a lot of people have, and everything is kind of related. Everything is interrelated. Then we got into in our second segment, we talked about flatulence, and we talked about halitosis. And tonight we're going to talk about really the number one reason why most people go to the doctor. Most people go to the doctor because of constipation. So that's going to be our topic tonight. We're going to talk about a lot of us have experienced that. I know I have. So I've
I
been doing
know.
of things, is experimenting with different things to try to figure out ways to alleviate the constipation. But it's really about your diet, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But do you know America, this country, we spend almost $1 billion a year in just laxatives alone. So it's a huge problem. This
Wow.
problem of
Yeah.
constipation.
Wow.
It's it's the most common problem. I mean, it's what most people are complaining about when they go to the doctor. They tell, well, I can't get my bowels right. I go in the bathroom. I have to take a book with me because I'm in there so long try to do my business.
Yeah.
I know that happens to me. And it's really a bigger problem with children. They say between 20 to 35% of all children and 25% of people over the age of 65 are bothered with chronic severe constipation. And you say severe with children. How can that be?
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk a little bit about what's really behind constipation with children. But again, it kind of gets back to this main thing of what you put on your dinner table.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And we're so used to in the Western diet a quick fix. Quick foods, processed foods, adulterated foods, rich foods. Those are the kind of things that can complicate your bowel functions because there's no fiber. The fiber is what's really needed in your diet to make to get a smooth transition when you're in the bathroom. So, and what I was saying about what you put on your table, and in order to have a consistently normal bowel movement, you need to put the right things into your gut. You need to put, in your mouth first, but into your colon. That's where it ultimately ends up, which means putting the right foods on your table again. I know my mom, she used to, what she thought was good, nutritious foods, and in her mind they were. She would fry chicken, and we would have a vegetable maybe and some bread with that. And that was what she could give us. But that was okay as long as she kept us satisfied. But what you really have is a diet based on unrefined starches like potatoes, beans, rice, corn, sweet potatoes, whole wheat breads, and pasta. And with the addition of fruits and some vegetables. And it's just what your digestive system needs to work better. Those are the correct foods that we need to eat. And the thing is a lot of us are so into dairy and we're into animal products, and that's fine if it's kept into a controllable portion. I eat meat maybe twice a week, and I eat small portions if I eat maybe a steak or something. So I'm not a vegetarian, but mostly what I eat are the vegetables, the whole food, the whole grains and that kind of thing. I try to focus most of my eating in that way. And I generally don't have a problem when I have to go to the bathroom. So that's one of the things that's really important. But there's a lot of problems that go along with that. And I'm sure y'all got some questions for me tonight.
Yes, we do.
So if you have questions, you can go ahead and if you have questions about something. But one other thing I might say, as a chiropractor, you should get regular chiropractic adjustments because the human body is an intricate network of millions of nerves, that control every move we make. The nerves in the lumbar region controls it controls your bowel, it controls your urinary tract, it controls your sexual functions. And anytime those nerves are, either sometimes nerves can be hyperexcited or less excited. Anytime you have a disturbance in the flow of nerve supply to those areas, you're going to have some type of dysfunction in the bowel functions. And we're talking about the bowel tonight. Yeah. So, and the reason why you see these problems, and if it's related to the nerves, then that means that activity of moving waste through the system our waste goes through a tube, and there's a squeezing motion. It's called peristalsis. That's what forces the waste through the colon, and nerves control that. So if the nerves are impaired in any kind of way, if you have a herniated disc or a vertebrae that's slightly misaligned, those are things, or if you have a pinched nerve, those are things that can disrupt the normal peristaltic activity in the gut and can cause diarrhea and can cause constipation. So, it's important to make chiropractic treatment a regular part of your health regimen. And as a chiropractor, I know how important that is. So that's one of the things I wanted to include here tonight, because it's not just about food. It's also about overall health. Exercise.
Yes.
When you move, that helps your body to function better. So exercise is a very important part of good bowel function. People that, are sedentary, the elderly, people that are sedentary tend to have constipation really bad. And if they get up and start moving and do some of these other things we're suggesting, I think that would go a long way toward, relieving some of that problem. It can be really bad. I know people that take a book in the bathroom when they go in there because they know they're going to be in for a long haul.
Exactly. A lot of people do that. Oh, God, they even have a magazine rack in the bathroom at home. But Dr. Wilkerson, you are so right about, everything is connected to that spine, because it's like if your nerves is bad, like you hear bad news or you going through some of your nerves get bad, you have to go to the toilet too and do number two. Your nerves and stomach. I mean, a couple things happen to me and I'm like, oh my goodness. And your nerves in your stomach, it do make you go to the restroom. And of course, we do want to know about detoxing as well, because hi Bernadette. Our sister Bernadette is saying hello. We love you, Pumpkin. Yes, matter of fact, I am on a detox fast right now, and Bernadette is starving me. No, but it feels so good. I feel really good. I'm not. Once you're over that first day or that second day, like you used to say, Dr. Wilkerson, it was so true. Now, Bernadette had me on a detox, and it really do feel good. I haven't had food in 3 days. Been drinking nutrition to put it back in my body, and just water. Now, Dr. Wilkerson wants to go on a 10-day pack. Well, he's going to do 15. I'm going to try to do 10, but it's pure water. No, nothing. No nutrition going in there, just pure water. So what do you think about that, Dr. Wilkerson, about the detoxes for the gut?
Well, that's one of the most difficult fasts you can undertake, because you're totally abstaining from any nutrition. That includes juices, or any food. You take nothing but water. I did 14 days, and I felt great. After about 3 or 4 days, you feel you feel rough for the first few days, because your body is actually detoxing itself. Most of the toxins in your body are starting to be released into your circulatory system. So, you're going to have headaches. You're going to feel sluggish. You're going to feel tired. You're going to be achy in some cases. But once all that process kind of clears out, then generally about day 4, you start feeling better. Now, I will say this: not everybody should do this unsupervised. This is really an extreme way to cleanse. I was fortunate that I could go 14 days. I plan to start the new year off right with another 14, maybe even 21 days this time. So I'm looking forward to that. But it's one of those kind of things that you actually are cleaning your colon. When you stop putting food in your gut, your body it converts over into a house cleaning type mode. So it'll start for the first few days. It'll use up what's in your intestine. It'll burn that as fuel, and then your body will start to use muscle to burn fuel. And then maybe it's a day or two process, and then it'll actually get into a process called ketosis, where your body is burning the fat. So, and a lot of people on this fast will lose. I lost about 17 pounds in 2 weeks, but the thing was, I think it was a lot of waste and maybe some fat in places, but I came back really fast, and I felt so good from probably day 4 up to day 14. Now, I will say an interesting thing happened to me on day 8. I don't know what it was, but something.
Tar. Bernadette said tar.
Something came out of me. It was a blob of black. I think it was a mucus lining that was in the colon, that kind of
Okay.
cleansed itself out of me. And I had that one bowel movement on day 8, but I didn't have another bowel movement until I started eating again. So it's an interesting journey to go on. And the biggest thing is you really shouldn't try to exercise. You shouldn't try to do anything but just rest. And if you have to work, you can work. I mean, most people go about their daily lives while they're doing this. But you really need to do this under doctor's supervision, because sometimes your electrolytes can get out of balance. And you want to make sure that you have some way to monitor that. I had no problems. So I think most people can safely fast up to 2 weeks if they can get past that first few days. The notion of having to eat something and not, and all of a sudden you're not eating, you've eaten your whole life, and then all of a sudden you just shut down on food. That blows a lot of people's minds, So
yeah, it does.
It's not for everybody. But if it's something you're interested in doing, if you're interested in more information about it, you can contact me. And I can set it up to where I can monitor your electrolytes. I can, we can do blood work and make sure you're getting through the fast safely.
Exactly.
It's a total renewal. I felt I could, all of my senses got acute. I could see, hear, smell, taste. Everything just got so acute. It's an experience that you really should try to do if you can do it.
Yep. Well, tomorrow will be my 4th day with no food, period. And I was smelling everything. Nachos, turkey nachos is my favorite. And I've been smelling everything. I mean, I did mess up on the first day. I ate a shrimp. But then I talked to Bernadette and she was like, oh, no, sis, that's not going to mess it up. But after that, I've been clear with no food. And I was just the point of not having food, like Dr. Wilkerson was saying, when you used to eating food your whole life, but actually it's giving me energy. I still feel energized. I wake up feeling good. And tomorrow will be the 4th day that I have not had any food, period. So it's really
that's
good.
Wonderful, Latanya. You're doing something to move yourself toward being so much healthier. Anytime you can clean the gut, because see, they say that most of us have anywhere between 5 to 20 pounds of waste that's impacted in the walls of the gut. And a lot of that stuff, you can take colon cleansers. There's oxygenating colon cleansers that kind of dissolve the crud away from the walls of the colon. But, the best way to cleanse is to allow your body to do its own house cleaning. And true fast is really the best way to do it. Now, for some people, it may not be the safest way, but again, you really need to seek professional help if you plan on doing a fast like this.
So, Dr. Wilkerson, you had mentioned during the fast that you were on that you didn't really use the bathroom, but going back to constipation, is that even healthy? Because how many bowel movements per day should a person have? I know outside of the fast, just on a normal day, how many bowel movements would you say?
Well, Ray, I've heard that you should have a bowel movement for every meal you eat, because there's a bolus of food that's in your intestines moving through your gut, and that really constitutes a bowel movement. But see, some people, really, to answer your question, 1 to 3 bowel movements per day, and usually they're in the mornings. Now, there are people who have a bowel movement every other day, and that's their norm. I mean, they don't have a hearty diet, so they can get away with a bowel movement every other day. But it varies from individual to individual. But they say 1 to 3 a day, or every other day. And the bowel movements have to be comfortable. You have to get a sense of release when you use the toilet. There shouldn't be no straining. You should be able to just push, a light push, and you should release. That's a normal bowel movement. Anytime you have to strain or, take multiple times to try to release, that's maybe an indication that you may have constipation. We were talking about that. So, 3 a day or 1 every other day, depending on who, your diet intake, your food intake.
Oh, okay.
So, wow, thank you for that. So, Doc, another question. How do your stools supposed to look? Like, I know it's different like, can you tell us what stools mean? Like, if your stool is watery, if you have diarrhea, if they're hard pebble stools, like, is it a sign to any of those stools? What does that mean?
Well, it's funny you ask that question because there is a chart of stools. It's called a Bristol stool chart. And basically it shows you what a normal stool should look like. There's 8 different stools. The chart I have has 8 on it. I think typically it's 7, but there are 7 different shapes or, textures of stool that would indicate, normal or abnormal.
So the hard pebble one
should be sausage-like. It should be soft. It could be smooth. That's normal. When you're releasing little balls and it's hard to push them out, that's a sure sign that there's constipation there.
Okay.
And the other spectrum is diarrhea, when it's watery or it's really soft or it breaks apart in the water. I've heard people say, well, I'm healthy because my stool floats. I don't think that means a whole lot because a normal stool should be soft, but sometimes it'll slowly, sink to the bottom. That doesn't mean it's unhealthy. It's just it really consists of your diet. So a stool should have a light brown color, a light yellow to a light brown color if you're more of on a whole plant-based diet. Now someone that does a lot of meat and dairy, and that's your typical American diet, will have dark brown stools. That's what you mostly see.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, if you're on a lot of iron-laden meats and dairy, your stools are going to be dark brown to sometimes even black. And if it's black, that may be the indication there's some blood in your stool, some occult blood, not occult blood, but old blood, maybe GI problems. White red blood coming in your stools, that's more of a lower GI problem, like the large intestines.
Yeah, you're right about that, Dr. Wilkerson. We had a lot of people come in ICU, a lot of women. And when you drink, it catches up with you. And we had so many GI bleeds. And when I was leaving Grady Hospital, they was like, do you want to work in a GI department? I'm like, no, my time is up there. And all their stools, whenever it's a GI bleed, they're black and it's red, like blood in it. And I would ask my nurses, like, what's going on? And they would say, Tanya, that's because they either drunk a lot, and it caught up with them. But they were in their like 50s and stuff, 50s and 60s. Hi, Lisa, my cousin Lisa. We love her. Oh my goodness, how is your stools, Lisa? Is your stools normal? Hey, girl. But yeah, so you're absolutely correct. I have heard of that before, and all the GIs we had, it's black stools with blood all in them.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
I
remember in certain medications, like Bernadette was saying, some medications cause constipation. So can chronic constipation be a problem? Like, what are people going to go through if you're taking these medications and they're making you constipated all the time? What could be a result of that? Like, what is it? Because it's terrible that people are dealing with it.
There are medications that will, some of the antacids with calcium in them, they can make your, dehydrate the moisture in the colon and give you more constipation. A lot of, prescribed medications, of course, you have to get with your medical doctors on that to see if this is something that causes, chronic constipation. But yeah, medication definitely can be a problem. I've known people to be on medication and just stay constipated. And they didn't have a clue as to what was causing it. I mean, they had a pretty good diet, but they stayed constipated, not thinking that the medication was at the core of their constipation. Yeah.
Yeah.
And most of the time,
go ahead. Sorry, I was just on the medication. So speaking of the medication, so I had taken Pepto-Bismol for a heartburn, and it was on a Friday, and all of a sudden my stool was almost black. I started like freaking out, calling the doctor, making an appointment, waiting a couple, then I waited a little bit. I made an appointment on Monday, and she was like, "Sweetie, it's probably just the what you took, the Pepto-Bismol, that makes
Yeah.
it too black."
I've experienced that too, Ray. Pepto-Bismol, it depends on what you're taking it for, but it could actually make your stools dark. Another thing too.
Wow, I never knew that.
They could have your stools a dark red color. You can either people that eat eat vegetables, but if they eat beets, raw beets, that redness in the beets can make the stools dark. Could really scare you when you see the stools. But yeah, things like that.
Yeah, beets can. But Ray, how many times do you use it? Because like I used to go a whole week without using it years ago, and of course the doctor, I went to the emergency room because I was so bloated, I was hurting and running a fever, and he said, "Mrs. Like, you're full of shiz." I was like, he just told me, he came back with the X-ray and everything. You're full of it. This is what I need you to do. Take an apple, eat an apple a day. And your oatmeal, you have to get on your fiber. And so I was eating an apple a day, got tired of eating an apple. But girl, that apple sent me to the restroom for real. Y'all hear me? I was scared to eat it before I went to work. I'd be like, look, I'm gonna eat it when I get home. But apple can work.
Some of the studies show that cow's milk, and even in children, when they have these government-sponsored programs where kids get their breakfasts in the morning, they get milk. Some of these kids get severely constipated and don't know why. They're in the bathroom. You can hear them straining real hard.
I'm sorry, they're so precious.
And these kids they have chronic constipation, and really it's caused from the dairy, the protein in the milk, cow's milk. And so what they found in a New England Journal of Medicine did a study. It took 65 kids that had one bowel movement every 3 to 15 days. And so it was, they tried all kinds of ways to try to loosen their stools so they could have a normal bowel movement. Nothing helped. Lactulose is a prescribed laxative. That didn't even help. So what they did was they took them off of cow's milk. And so the symptoms of constipation started to go away. And so that is a big cause of constipation in some kids, and it goes unchecked all the time because we think that we got to drink milk. Now, there's other milks you can drink. You can drink almond milk. I drink flaxseed milk. You can drink. There's rice milk. And even low-fat milk can cause the protein in low-fat milk can cause chronic constipation in children. Yeah, when they took
that is sad. I have heard kids like moaning from that. It is sad when you see the babies. Also oat milk, but I was just talking to Bernadette the other day, and I said I do not like that old nasty oat milk, but she get a certain kind, and she said hers is good. Oat milk don't have no flavor to it. So if anybody want to know what oat milk tastes like, it's in a beautiful bottle, but but Bernadette did it better, and it would taste better. I forgot the brand she was saying that she had. But yeah, she said it's really good. But they say oat milk is good for you too.
Well, I have my oatmeal in the morning too. Steel cut oats are okay, but see, you got to look at all the sugar and all the things that they buy it already, sugared up and everything. That sugar is the problem there. But if you do raw oats, that's a good. It keeps me regular. That's my morning. One of my morning meals is oatmeal. And I try to eat the steel cut, without all the sugar and stuff. Just put fruit in there. You can manage with fruit and stuff in the oatmeal. The taste is not that bad. So, but So
Dr. Wilkerson, Lisa, how would you say, right?
I said maybe that's why I do go, because I don't really drink milk. I go once a day.
That's good.
In the morning. I don't drink milk, no really dairy.
I drink water.
So it really doesn't, I guess, really affect me. I go to the bathroom regular. But I do eat oatmeal in the morning, doctor. That is
one of the things.
Plain.
That's good.
Another important thing is we don't drink enough water.
And water's good in the morning.
If I've had if I didn't eat properly for dinner, like if I had mostly whole food type meal, then I'm gonna probably eat a bowl of maybe bran. I'll put some bran buds, maybe in some raisin bran or something. Have a bowl maybe an hour or two
Yeah.
before I go to bed. And that generally helps to kind of keep me going regular in the mornings. Some nights
Wow.
I may even, if I feel the need, I may even put a teaspoon of Metamucil. I mean, it's a fiber.
Yeah, that's
It's a form of fiber. But water
wow.
intake is important because when your stools go through or travel through with that peristaltic activity, the fiber picks up the water, and that helps it to moisturize the stools to make them easy to pass through your system. So you got to keep enough water in your system. You really should drink
Wow.
up to, Tanya, you're drinking about a gallon of water a day, aren't you?
I am 6 water bottles, and when I wake up in the morning, my daughter used to say, "Mama, just drink a cup of water." And when I drink a bottle of water every morning, and sometime in the middle of the night, I wake up, go to the toilet ASAP. So I'm happy to hear that Lisa is fine. We got Darren, our brother,
Hi, Lisa.
Darren. Hi, Darren. He's saying something too, but real quick,
I
Lisa
met
is saying better, flaxseed better, real quick, Doc. What can you
Yeah,
tell her about the
flaxseed.
flaxseed? 'Cause I
I
do use
do
flaxseed.
flaxseed oil. I'll do 2 tablespoons of flaxseed oil too, just to help everything work better. Your omega-3s and omega-6s are so important in good health. So, yeah, I do the
Yeah,
flaxseed oil. That they're saying the flaxseed, you can buy it in like a fiber. I think that's what their lease is
I do
referring to.
too. Yeah.
It's
I'm
excellent.
my smoothies, everything.
There's a lot of different sources of fiber. You just gotta, pick what you like and be a little consistent with it if you want to have normal bowel movements.
Yeah,
Oh
Darren
wow.
McDaniel said that he has fiber gels, that his medication makes him
Mm.
constipated as well. And he takes fiber gels, black seed oil, and he drinks lots of
Excellent.
water. But you
And,
can take a gel, a pill.
well, yeah,
Oh, I
they
didn't
kind
know
of
that.
different ways. I have an oil. I do like tablespoons of oil. I buy organic high ligand flaxseed oil, and I'll do 2 to 3 tablespoons per day, and that'll help.
Also, Darren doing
I know.
good then.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
he knows
So
what he's
so
doing. Hi,
so
Darren.
so they're right on point with that. Flax is another good source of fiber. Yeah,
Mhm.
fiber is really important. Fiber actually it speeds the transmission of food and it slows the absorption of calories. So if you keep enough fiber going through, you actually lose weight
Yeah,
and
you do.
and
Fiber, yeah.
stabilize. You can better stabilize your blood sugar, which actually helps to control diabetes or prevent the onset of diabetes if you do fiber in your diet a lot.
Yes,
So
I
fiber is
have heard
the way to
that.
go. I mean, there are
Wow.
laxatives, but the problem with laxatives is that you get your system, your colon gets dependent on that, and then when you don't have that, you don't get that reflex response.
Mm-hmm.
That there's a muscle that anal sphincter muscle. There's a reflex when you got a void. So if you're constantly doing laxatives, then over time, that constipation and using those laxatives will weaken those muscles so
Yes,
that
you
you
get
be
dependent.
dependent on those laxatives. So it's a good thing to try to wean yourself off the
Woo, I'm
laxatives,
glad I don't use none of that stuff.
more,
Mm.
moving to a more, whole foods type diet.
Wow, that is wonderful. Dr.
Fiber.
Wilkerson, oh my goodness, this has been so exciting, but we are getting down to the hour. We got to continue this because people need help. They want to know. And this was, awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm so serious.
Mhm.
Like, I hope we answered some of y'all questions. If not, y'all can DM, go to the Dr. Charles Wilkerson, and subscribe. Go to his Instagram under Dr. Charles Wilkerson if you have questions, because he is a health and wellness doctor as well as a chiropractic doctor. So we want to hurry up and give a shout out to our sponsors. We could not do this without you guys. Mixed Chicks, you guys, they got a big sale going on. Go to Mixed Chicks, you guys. You won't regret it. Yes, right. Don't you start. They have makeup, everything. And I was going to have my oil that I cannot do without. Like I said, ladies, you'll love it for your buns, your arms, your legs. And also it helps eczema if you have eczema. Mixed
And
Chicks. So
they also
with
have this
the bronzer and the concealer, it's really, really light, you guys. You would love it. Yes. Ray, look at her. She got hers in all colors, and it's really, really
it,
light, you guys.
it comes
Seriously.
with different colors, different shades. So I
Look
use
at
this
this.
one, but I mix it with the two.
They
So
have two
to get whichever one you want. And you know what? If you join their VIP list today, you will get 20% off. So you got to go to Mixed Chicks and definitely join their VIP list. You won't regret it.
www.mixedchicks.net, you guys. You can get it less from
Yes.
online than in the store. Also, we want to give Fostering a Nation. Woo, 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 woo. Yes. It's upcoming mentor program for our young youth today, you guys. And it's going to take over. Yes. He's preparing
you know what?
for it now. To take over.
Did you see today how many toys Fostering a Nation got today? And that they're going to give out to the kids? I mean, they are doing amazing. You got to definitely go.
Yes, Kat Catrice, we want to give a shout out to you. Thank you for all your help, girl. She be in the back scene just quietly, and that's what I love, Oh, thank you. You are beautiful. And also, we want to give a shout out to our other sponsor, Pro Boss Enterprises. You guys, a great digital marketing, you guys. Woo! And she does much more. So you guys got to look her up. Go to her website, Pro Boss Enterprises. And also we want to give a shout out to Dr. Charles Wilkerson of Stoneview Injury and Clinic, one of the best chiropractors around and health and wellness doctor, and he's got your back. So you guys reach out. The address is 1230 South Harrison Road, right off of y'all in Stone, Georgia. 404-299-9066. And as always, Dr. Wilkerson, we appreciate you. We love you. Thank you so much for helping the world about their health and try to get them to see.
And I want to thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to come on and share this information. I hope someone has been helped by it. I mean, there's so many things we can do to improve our health. And I just hope maybe something that we've said tonight can help somebody out there to improve their health. And also be sure to see your chiropractor if you're having any type of problems, pain situations, if you've been in a car accident. And we talked about lower back problems that controls the colon that could cause constipation. Chiropractic is good for a lot of things. So see your chiropractor.
So if they want to come see you, Doc, what are your hours now? Are you open full time or what? Tell everybody where they can come.
Well, my office is at 1230 South Harrison Road, Suite number 8, Stone Mountain, Georgia. 30088 is the zip code. My office hours are from 10 in the morning to 5 in the evening, Monday through Thursday. And we're there all day, so you could just call and make an appointment, or we take walk-ins too. So if you're interested, stop by and see me. I'm happy to sit down and talk to you and share with you with any health concerns you might have.
Yes. And you are so welcome, Darren. He said, thank you, Dr. Charles Wilkerson, for that information. You got any more men health, Darren? He's going to go there too, because you know about you guys, men health. So thank you all so much for tuning in.
We have some more episodes coming up where we're going to discuss other health issues. We're going to get into talking about male problems, female problems. If y'all want to hear more on the gut, there's a ton more stuff we can talk about on the gut. But I think we're going to explore some other health issues in coming weeks. So be sure to tune in.
Thank you, Dr. Charles Wilkerson.
Celebrity Media TV, John Williams. Yes, John Williams.
John Williams, NBA. We love you, brother. He is doing so much, and I'm so excited. And also, he's getting your girls together. So thank all of you, and also tune in, you guys, to Let's Get Personal with Latanya and Ray on YouTube, Instagram. Let's Get Personal Atlanta. Anything else is Let's Get Personal with Latanya and Ray. Thank you guys for tuning in with your girls. God bless each and every one of you. Bye.
And we love you guys. Bye. Bye-bye.